Hey guys, Sandy here, and I am back for Follow a Sketch Friday. Now today and every Friday in the month of May, Crafty Meggy is joining me. I will have her link down below in the description box. Today's sketch is this one right here. I honestly don't know where it came from. You guys, nobody watermarked it. And then after this, I'll have it up here. Oh, look at me. I finally got my finger exactly where it needs to go. Up here in the corner for you guys. I'm easily amused, people. Easily amused. This sketch is just screaming for some mixed media for me. Even though there really isn't like splatter or anything on the page, I just think that this one is just hollering, Sandy, you need to do some mixed media. So let's see what I can do. Ooh. It's one of those. Is a stencil that I've had for a long time. It is a 12 by 12 kind of like cursive writing stencil. And it took me a good while to figure out where exactly I wanted the writing to go. Because in the sketch, you can see that it has this kind of like marked off area and it's separate. And I didn't want to treat that as two pattern papers. I really wanted to do some mixed media on this bad boy. So I grabbed this stencil, taped it down with some purple tape. In case you guys don't know about the purple tape, it is a kind of low tack tape that you can use to apply to your papers, and it shouldn't pull your papers apart. Now I have some purple tape pull some papers apart, but that is, I believe that's my fault because I like put it on when the paper's a little damp and stuff like that. But purple tape and not purple tape is what we say here in this household, because purple is purple. Can't even say it correctly. So I am using a Pink and Main blender brush right here. And the blender brush gives you a softer effect when you are putting in your ink. And I'm using Catherine Pooler ink in Sea Glass, I believe, because I thought it was a great color to go ahead and do this with. And I didn't want huge in your face color with the lettering. I wanted it to kind of blend into the background after I had finished creating the layout on top of it. I'm just using my Brutus Monroe zhuzhing towel to kind of clean off my brush so I can use it for the next color. Now my brushes, I do have 5 of them because I plan on using them as color families and just kind of wiping them off in between. So I have ones for like reds and pinks, ones for orange and yellows, ones for blues, one for green, that kind of thing. So there we go. Now this is a 6 by 6 paper pad that I am using right now, and it is, I forget what collection it is. I don't remember, but that's okay. I end up using it just about exclusively to create this layout, which is kind of weird because, you know, a lot of the times I don't do that. A lot of the times I have a mixing and matching of the collections, and you guys know I love doing that. Now this is a gorgeous stencil. I'm going to pop down some purple tape one more time, and I am super stoked to be using Stickles glitter gel. Now Stickles is what started my love of all things glitter glue type things, and they have put out this glitter gel that are really easily spreadable, and they are amazing to work them through a stencil or just put them over top of a surface. Like, it was so smooth and beautiful, and I just loved the way it went through the stencil. It didn't get stuck underneath of the stencil, it didn't seep out, and when I peel up the stencil, it still keeps its height. It doesn't like flatten down, the glitter doesn't go flat at all, which is a beautiful thing. Oh, here we go. Simple Stories Love and Adore. Now, I'm sure some of you already knew that, like, you know your collections probably way better than I do, but there it is. Now, just a question, if anybody knows what I'm doing wrong with iMovie where I can't get the sketch to stay up in the corner without flickering out and on because I have to keep like re-putting on the sketch up in the corner. I don't know why. I don't know why I have to keep putting it on. I don't know. I probably should look into that. But I honestly forget about it until it's time to do another sketch video, and I'm like, oh, I gotta put it up in the corner. So I need to get my act together with that. So with this Simple Stories collection, I am using a lot of the cut apart sheets to build up some layers, and I'm also using it for embellishments. So I cut out the large kind of stained glass cracked heart and then the small one. And then also I am just cutting out these little papers, and I'm just figuring out where they want to go. I'm not completely following the sketch with how the papers are laid out and how they kind of connect together, but I am doing it so that I like it, and I'm completely pleased with this layout. I really like it when I make a layout about something kind of mundane or not like spectacular and use great products to do it. And this is one of them where I'm just like documenting eclairs for Christopher's birthday, and I'm like making a huge to-do layout about it. I've also done that with a pile of clothes that got donated. I created like this gorgeous page, and then there's this messy photo of this messy pile of clothes, and you know, that made me happy. I was thinking about using that tag down there because I had originally pulled the tag out as a template. I end up not using tags at all on this layout, even though there are 2 in the sketch. I just use the papers as built up layers, and that makes me happy. Like, I'm fine with that. I'm going to go ahead and cut out another one of these kind of cracked stained glass hearts. Because I figure I got a couple of them going on already, so I should add a few more. And now I'm just trying to figure out like what else I can do, what else I can pull out. And this little label kind of makes me sad, so I cut it out. I liked where I had it, then I put some journaling on it and I hated it, so I took that off of there. Yeah, but right now it doesn't end up there, don't worry about it. So I just leave it there for now. And then I go back into the little paper pad one more time because I need to find something to span this gap because I don't like it. I don't like the gap whatsoever. There isn't a gap in the sketch, and even though I'm not exactly following the sketch, I really need to make sure that there's not a gap because it feels really weird and it feels really awkward to me. Now I was thinking about cutting up that cracked stained glass heart, but it was missing too many pieces of it. So I did not do that. However, I really liked these little hearts right here. They kind of mimic what I have going down below the photo, so I thought it would be fun to put them over top of the photo as well. Basically, I felt that this photo mat and everything I had going on was way too bottom heavy, and it needed a little bit more fun up at the top. Now I'm using that label as kind of a placeholder for where those triangles are in the sketch, but it doesn't stay there. Poor little guy, doesn't stay. Now I am thinking that I'm going to use this title somehow, like I love eclairs or something like that. I was thinking I love eclairs, and then like right underneath you would read you make me smile. So that worked out. Like I was thinking in my head that worked out perfectly. I'm just gonna go ahead and fussy cut these bad boys out, and I am making sure to keep my scissor hand as still as possible and to move the paper as much as possible. That will give you the best and smoothest cuts. Now English is failing me. I really wish that I was able to cut out this quickly. This video is sped up 4 times, which is usually, it's a little bit faster than my normal videos. My normal videos are only sped up 2 times. I did not like this over here whatsoever. I just, I'm like staring at it and thinking about it, and I just don't like it. And I decide, well, let's pull in the letters. Let's see what we got going on here. And then I'm like, I don't know yet. I need to figure out my background because, believe it or not, the background is not complete. I trimmed off a little bit off of each side, and then I'm just going to go ahead and adhere this white sheet on top of the black cardstock. And it gives me a little bit of a fit because the white paper is warped a little bit from the Stickles glitter gel. And it hadn't, I mean, it's dry, but obviously there's still moisture in the paper, so it was still a little bit warped, and I just did not want to deal with that. Now I am using some Love from Lizzie peel-offs. You guys have seen me use these a lot in my videos lately. Usually I use them as finishing edges on pieces of paper, so I don't have to ink or draw a handline border on them. However, this time I am literally using them as the line on the sketch, and I really like the way that it turned out. It is a very thin line. Now you could have recreated this with a marker and a ruler, or even stitching you could have done that with, but I just really like the way that the stripe looks from the peel off. Now I am going to add some adhesive onto my little label and put it up there at the top, and I'm really liking where the label is right now. Like, I'm thinking, yeah, this is going to be its place. We're going to figure that out. It's going to be fantastic. But I do come over here and add in the little embellishment on the line with the 2 hearts. I popped up the one just to give it a little bit of interest. And then I am bringing this over, and I decided that I did not have enough peel off. Like, I wanted it to go up a little bit more. I didn't like the gap between the peel off and my big old cluster. So I just went ahead and added a little bit more and then made my cluster happen. I decided to put the love over here in the upper right. Instead of embellishing it, I'm going to move my title to here. And then I'm making sure that I follow that line across the top of it so that it matches up with the line oh, my mind literally just blanked. The line through the top of the love matches up with my peel off line. That's what I was trying to get out. Plus my husband just texted me and I got distracted. My 40th birthday Disney vacation has been canceled by Disney, and he is trying to get us rescheduled. And he said at least he gets to listen to It's a Great Big Beautiful Tomorrow, which, in case you did not know, that is the song that plays during the Carousel of Progress. And I absolutely adore the Carousel of Progress, and I absolutely adore that song. So I am putting on my title as Eclair Love, and I had to Frankenstein up some of these letters because I don't have all of the letters anymore. Now see, I really like where this label sticker is underneath of love. I really liked it. But I mess it up. I mess it up with the journaling. What a shame. So I fussy cut these 3 little hearts out, and I'm thinking I need to add. Like, I'm like loving this, but I'm like, I need more. And sometimes I feel that way when I'm making layouts. Like, this could have been very pretty without the extra stuff, but I'm like, ooh, I need more. So ultimately it goes here on top of the large kind of stained glass cracked heart. And I don't really know is it a cracked heart? Is it a stained glass heart? I'm not exactly sure. So we're going to call it both. I pop up the 3 little hearts here and place it to layer up on the heart. And then I pull out some more of that gorgeous Stickles glitter gel. And I'm just using my glitter paste palette knife. Yes, I have a glitter paste palette knife. And then I add the sparkle. Well, then I figure I've got sparkle in 2 places, so I need to add more sparkle. So I come up to the top and I put it on top of the love word. And now I've got sparkle in 3 places. And that makes me happy because I do like odd numbers of things. I don't know. It's kind of weird. I have a little bit of a number thing. So now I've got that going on, and I am loving it. Seriously loving it. And this is where I screw up this tag. I put too much journaling on such a little tag, and I hate it. Like, it just looks like a jumbled mess up there when everything else is kind of like open and free. So that comes off. And then I do something that I rarely ever do. Oh, I guess I'm looking at enamel dots first. So first we're going to put down a couple enamel dots. And these are my Mind's Eye, so they are not the same manufacturer. I just put a couple of them down and get those down there. And then I figure my journaling can go here, and this is what I hardly ever do. I write out my journaling in pencil, and then I write with pen on top of it. And of course, wonders never cease. I didn't realize until after I'd already taken the photos of the layout that I never erased the pencil underneath of the pen. So my photos do have it still there, but don't you worry about that. I erased it before I put it on my shelf. So make sure you check out Crafty Meggy's link down below. She is joining me all through May, and I will see you guys again real soon for another video.